इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise business for them. In today's webinar, we are excited to introduce Turakia Natural Veneers, which is one of India's most respected and sustainable wood veneer manufacturer with a legacy of over 30 years in the industry. Turakia Natural Veneers is known for its eco-friendly production, premium design, and precision craftsmanship. The brand blends natural aesthetics with modern technology to deliver decorative veneer solution for residential, commercial, and hospitality sectors. The brand is very aggressive in franchise business expansion across India. And to talk more about this, I'm joined with the co-founders themselves, Vishalji and Dharmenji, along with my colleague um, Ipshita Banerjee from Franca. Amit Verma is the Vice President Sales, Franchise India. Shwetanshu is the Key Account Manager from Chandigarh and Tri-City. And Apurva Sharma is the Brand Manager for this brand. But before we start and talk more about the brand and the business opportunity, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to ask questions related to the brand or the business model. In case, if you would like to ask any question, you can put all your queries into the Q&A box and we will take them up once the presentation is over. Now, I would request both the co-founders who would like to take the lead. Let's start with a little bit of introduction, and then we'll move on to the presentation part. Over to you, sir, Vishalji, or maybe Dharmen.
Hello, good afternoon to all, and I will ask my younger brother Dharmen to take this forward.
Hi everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah.
Or is it echoing something?
A little bit echoing as you both are sitting nearby. As I told you that in case if you can.
Okay. Let's do that thing. If you can excuse me for a minute.
Or meanwhile, Vishal, you can start, introducing yourself.
Okay, so basically, as you rightly mentioned, Turakya Natural Veneers. So our name stands by it, like our family name is Turakya, and basically we are four brothers running this setup. My elder brother, who is located at the factory, so he is there. He handles the production, R&D, and innovation. Myself, Dharmen Bhai, and another brother, Chintan Bhai. We all three are located at Mumbai, and we handle all the sales, the channel part, the marketing, and the operations basically. So our factory is based out of Ahmedabad. Basically, it would be around a 45-minute or a 1 hour drive from the airport. And our location, like, so we would be, our factory is over there from 1995. Uh, just to give a little brief about the products and the factory as such. So basically, during 80s or 90s, veneers usually were imported from various European countries or maybe African countries. Uh, Even we used to import in our earlier days, but during 92, 93, we thought of setting up the manufacturing facility. So I would say that the manufacturing facility end to end in the production, ours is the first company in India for the veneer related category. So just to give a brief to our audience, usually different type of wood do come from different continents. Few would be from US, some would be from Europe, some would be from Africa. So basically, based on their characters and grains, and based on the requirements or the lifestyle that any country wants or any specific geography wants, usually people import that. In veneers, people would have heard a common name like teak. So basically, teak is a veneer which would be sold in terms of around 70 to 75% out of the total veneer sale world over, or even in India. Basically, just to give an example, how usually we correlate ourselves as we actually the word is that photocopy. But we usually will say that kindly ये xerox लेके आइए या ये xerox लेके आइए. So in the same manner, veneers is identified as a teak. Like people would say कि मेरे को teak चाहिए. So those were the earlier days. Of course, during the last day, 10, 12 years or 15 years, people have started recognizing that there are a lot of more veneers to it, and that's how it is. Basically, to give another thing is that it is a decorative product used on furnitures. So basically, furniture, the base material would be either plywood or MDF, and it is decorated. So the decorative part, people would understand laminates or sunmica, because that would be around 75 to 80% used across India. Then people might paint it, or people might use veneers as another product. So a little bit of glimpse of a general related thing. Coming back to our factory and other things. Now, Dharmin bhai, if you want, you can take it over.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I would like to also take you back to the history uh, for a small understanding of natural veneers. Like why natural veneers? Why what was the need of natural veneers? Okay. Uh, Traditionally, what was happening. People used to make houses out of solid wood, you mean to say, they used to cut the trees. They used to use those full sized logs to make their houses, to make the pillars, to make the walls and everything. So the use of natural wood was immensely high. Okay. And with the time there was some changes in technology, like uh, there was cement being introduced, and the cement blocks being introduced, and there was a need of saving the natural wood, because the use of those solid big density wood was huge. Okay, so as time passed, there was innovations done, and from that process there was innovation done in the form of veneers. Like, what is veneers? If we understand by the basic layman understanding, what is veneers? Veneers are nothing but a layer, a thin layer of, say, 0.5 mm thickness, 1 mm thickness, sliced from a wooden log, and those slices are converted into panels which can be used for a decorative purpose inside the house, or office spaces, or anywhere in the interior. Okay, so this is how veneers were born. Okay, after those wooden logs were being used. So this was the actual birth of veneer, uh, because traditionally those woods were used. And then as the time passed, there were many value additions in veneers. There were many new varieties, some innovations being done. Everything was done, but there was a biggest limitation in veneer. So in veneer we have been the pioneer, as Vishal bhai mentioned. Pioneer in the sense that we were the first ones in India to introduce a lot of new concepts in veneers. But after introducing those new concepts, there was a limitation, because the material was natural, because the material was never standard. There were continuous variations. There were continuous bottlenecks coming up with regards to the availability of woods, the consistency of wood. There are grains, there are shades on which basis the architects and the designers were used to come to the showroom, and they used to select the material as per their choice. Okay, so uh, in a way it was a natural material. It was a natural phenomenon, because of which the architects and designers were preferring natural veneers. And on the other hand, there were limitations, like the material not being consistently available, the material not being standardized. Okay, so what we tried since last 2 to 3 years is, we try to combine those two factor to uh, to module a solution. Okay, so today why are we here? Today we want to talk about those material which we have innovated by bringing those natural material and making them a standard material, by adding some processes to it. Okay, so earlier what was happening? Earlier people were getting the material in the form of groups. Okay, let me tell you about what are groups. Groups means there are number of sheets in one group. So either there is 24 sheets in one group or 48 sheets in one group, and as soon as those 24 sheets are changed, the grains and the shades changes. Okay, so now what we have devised is, we have made these material as a standard material. These material will be purely on the basis of samples. Earlier, people used to keep stocks, and they used to offer architects and designers in the form of what is the material readily available with them. They used to select from that material. Now they will not. Now in our franchisee format, you will not need to keep any kind of stocks. Okay, you will need to keep the sample sheets. You will need to have a good networking process. You will need to have a process of getting the material approved. This is the main criteria of the franchise which we are here to present you. Okay, so let's start with the presentation which we have
Sure.
made for you.
Correct. So let's get started with the presentation that we have.
Yeah.
It will tell you, it will tell viewers lots of many other things also. And in case if you will have any question, then you can start putting it in the Q&A. Let's get started, sir.
Yes, just a second.
Okay, please. Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, are we able to view the presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you can see, the heading of my presentation is enrichment in wood and veneers. Okay, so this is the purpose which I was talking about till now, that initially we were into absolutely hardcore natural veneer production. Okay, we are in this product in this production line since more than 3 decades. Okay, so we have tried each and every corner in natural veneers till now. So now we are into enrichment of those woods and veneer, that we have done a lot of value addition in our material. Okay, so let's go slide by slide. Like we have been in this manufacturing business since 1992. Okay, the company operates a state of art manufacturing plant in Ahmedabad. Basically, our manufacturing capacity is our strength today, because in India there are not many factories who are making veneers from the scratch. Today veneers are getting made with some outsourced job, or they are imported from other countries, and the partial process is done in India, something like that. Okay, so basically we are into this process, which includes start to end, like getting the logs from where it is actually grown, and providing the material in the finished format. All these processes are done in our own factory. So basically we are not dependent on any other company or any other manufacturing job, outsourcing job done from anywhere. Okay, also we are a no debt company. We being a family run business, we believe that it is much strong module to go on our own, rather than being with a outside debt. Okay, so since last 3 decades we are a debt free company. We are having our headquarter office in Mumbai. Basically, we are four brothers. Okay, we are four brothers. One of our brother is residing in Ahmedabad, where our manufacturing unit is situated, and other three brothers, we are sitting in Mumbai office, and we are handling all the operations and marketing and sales part over here. Then some of our main focus is our focus. Firstly, our focus is we don't want to make any substandard veneer quality. we want to be in the leader category. We have been constantly innovating something or the other in veneer industry. Today, when we talk to any architects or any designers, we feel very proud that almost each and every architect in India knows our name. They know the brand value of our company. So this is what we focus on, the very first priority. Then quality is something which we cannot compromise. Today we are asked from our dealer that please please work with something which is very much price oriented material, or which we can cater to those cheaper options. But we are not here to degrade or make some substandard material. And that is why we always say that I do not compare myself with other companies' price. I will always talk about my quality, my value, which I provide to my customers. So this is another priority from my company. And recently we have expanded globally also. Last month we had taken part in Germany exhibition named Interzoom in Cologne, and we had displayed our those material which we are planning to keep in our franchise. And there we had an amazing response. We are in talks with a lot of people who are willing to connect with us and start some venture with us. Then comes what we are offering here. So overall, we talked about what we were doing traditionally, that we were into a hardcore natural veneer manufacturing unit. We have been in the first run of giving the best craftsmanship, the best technical know-how, and no compromise in the quality, come what may. Okay, because every time ultimately this is a man-made material. Man-made material can sometime, it might also have some issues, some problems, but we believe that even after making the best of the product, if there are some problems, we will be standing with you. We are there to answer for the same. Okay, so this comes only after the kind of specialization expertise which we have gathered since last 3 decades, more than 3 decades. Okay, so this has been our traditional way of working. Now for the franchisee market, we have focused mainly on the value added material, in which there are veneers which are on standardized basis. They are in the panel form. Some of them will be in the raw form, on which raw means on which there will be polishing and finishing need to be done. Some material will be in the form of pre-finished also, that which means there will be no process to be done additionally on the surface. Okay, so basically sometimes there are customers who are saying that I don't want to get into the polishing and the finishing process, and that is why I will be opting out for some other product. So keeping those factors also in mind, we have wide variety, we have wide range, which also offers some of these pre-finished item also in veneers. Okay, so keeping the material as natural as possible, we are providing it in the most standard way possible. Okay, so in our franchisee, we want to provide those kind of material. Right now we will not be going specifically in what exact material we are going to provide. We will be updating those details later. But for a basic understanding, I think this is a pretty much good points which we are trying to cover over here. Then comes sales channels. Like what we are talking about is, when you are having this franchisee in your city, what are the channels in which you can offer the material to. Like there are channels like corporate offices, Okay, today there are n number of offices with which they want to have really good material to be used over there, because they want to focus on the working of their system, and they want something good quality, like एक बार लगा दिया फिर भूल गए, ओके, फिर उसके पीछे देखना नहीं पड़ेगा मुझे. दिस इज देयर अप्रोच. So for that, for those people, we want to give them the best quality material, like applied once and forget it. Okay, so your that part of making good office will be taken care of. This is the way we are providing the material for to corporate channels. Then the same way it goes to hospitality. Hospitality is a very glamorous channel today. Okay, in hospitality there are resorts, there are five-star hotels and everything, and they want to give the best experience to their customers. They want to give their best feel to their customers, and that way we will be very much ready to cater to that kind of customers also. Then it comes to institutes like colleges and schools, and today those that category is also on a growing side, because everybody wants to send their children to some or the other good institute, where there is a good crowd, the ambience is good. And see, these are basic understandings, but we need to understand, okay, these are also the scope where we can offer our material. Okay, and another aspect for sales channels is the dealers. Okay, the dealers in your area, like for example, if we set up something in Bangalore, and Bangalore is a big city. Okay, so you can have a dealer network also in your area, that you can have a connection with those dealers. You can have a agreement, like you send your customers, or you come with your customers for the selection to my franchisee showroom, and you can get them selected over there, and we'll have a understanding of what percentage we can keep for each other. Okay, so this is another sales channel which is possible, and those dealers will be associated to architects and designers directly, and you can also get in touch with architects and designers directly. And there comes the sixth channel, which is residential and commercial. So those are the maximum uh, consumption of these material are for the residential side. Okay, those are the customer who want to make their home really beautiful, really like feel, they want to have a feel good factor. Okay, so that is also a place where our material will play a very good role, because our material are no common material. Okay, so these are some of the sales channels. Then there are few factors, there are few factors which will help in working with our material, in providing our material to the market. Like there are reasons like urbanization and real estate is expanding like rocket. Okay, everybody wants to upgrade themselves.